All right, everybody, welcome. I just want to do a quick sound check, making sure that we are heard over here in Facebook land. And for those that are here with me on Fire Talk, that you guys are checking in. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, especially on a Monday as we kick off your week. One of the things that I've been told about this Monday Mojo is that it's such a powerful way to start your week. And I'm super excited to have you guys here. So welcome to the Monday Mojo, hosted by Elite Marketing Pro. My name is Chef Katrina, and I am a speaker, mentor, director of client experience, and all-around guru for the world of Elite Marketing Pro and online marketing. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with you guys tonight and bring on two very special guests. I have had the privilege of actually watching these two join this Elite Marketing Pro community and grab hold at no excuses and take this to the next level. They joined us in our Fast Track Mentorship program and decided, you know what, let's go all in because there's no halfway in this business. And I watched these two just dive into their business. There was a sense of no fear. All I ever heard from Cari was, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. And there was like absolutely nothing in her way, because for her and for Whit, what they were up to was big things. And they couldn't worry about making the mistakes. They had to get it going in action. So when you're in action, of course, you're going to make mistakes. But what I love about these two is that there were mistakes and they kept going anyways. So I have an absolute pleasure. We're going to talk some big stuff. We're going to talk stuff that is so futuristic, right? We're talking George Jetson futuristic, but it is in the present of what they're up to and how they're building their business. And I couldn't be more excited to have Cari Whit Higham. Is that right? It's Higham, right?
Yes, said it right.
Higham with us this evening. And I want to make sure that this is as interactive as possible. So if you have questions, if you want to just say hi, if you want to throw in some comments, by all means, this is your Monday Mojo. And the whole purpose of this is to create engagement, interaction, and make this really about what you're up to your business, and having incredible leaders come on here and share with you what's working in their business and how you can apply it to yours. So for those that don't know you, Cari, can you give a little bit of your background so this community really gets to know who you are? And I know Whit's running around somewhere, and I'm sure he'll jump on a little bit.
Yes, he will hop on momentarily. I'm not quite sure where he ran. He said he had to go grab something.
Okay.
But so that everyone knows who we are Whit and Cari Higham, and hopefully he joins us back here in just a minute. But before Elite Marketing Pro and before, we're network marketers, and before network marketing, I own my own salon. We kind of have a little bit of a rags to riches story, and the riches came because of Elite Marketing Pro. But like Chef Katrina said, we weren't scared to jump on. We weren't scared to make mistakes. We weren't afraid to fail because we had done all of that in the past. And guess what? We just knew that all we had to do was move forward. So Whit's here too. How about you say hi? We're live.
Well, good. Glad I could come in late.
Yes. But yeah, so our story starts, we were married in 2009, and Whit lost his job, a really high-paying dental job in early 2011. And it kind of put us on a course to finding network marketing, which then in turn led us to Elite Marketing Pro. And you can kind of tell a little bit of your story.
Yeah, like my wife was saying, I paid a ton of money to go to school. I wanted to get out of school as fast as I can because me and school did not agree at all. And so I wanted to get out as fast as I could, and I wanted to make as much money as I possibly could right out of school. And so I was a dental technician. I actually did full mouth restoration on a lot of patients. I worked with a lot of doctors over the Western United States. And I absolutely loved what I did. I got to sit there and I got to take a look at cases, and I got to help other people and bless their lives. Not only from an aesthetic standpoint, to boost their confidence or whatever that may be. And like my wife said, in 2011, they started to come out with a machine basically that a dentist could buy and basically just do in-house stuff. And so that was the biggest thing for us is that all of a sudden we basically, all of our doctors started buying this machine, and it kind of forced me out of the field. I tried to get on with another lab to basically kind of get things started again, and then all my doctors that I were over did the same thing all over again. And so it was very rough. And so in 2011, it kind of led us to network marketing. And what's funny about it is we've been approached with network marketing a lot. At least I have. Not so much,
times.
maybe not so much my wife, but I had a lot of buddies that did it, and they wanted, obviously me to come and do it with them. And every single time we told them no. We thought we had everything in the bag. We thought we knew what we wanted. And then all of a sudden life threw us a curveball. And so that's kind of how our journey began, just with one job failure after another. And we finally just said, you know what, it's over, we're done. And so we jumped into network marketing, which, like my wife said, it led us to Elite Marketing Pro. And ever since then, it's kind of been just look in the rearview mirror and see everything that happened and just keep moving forward with good things.
And my background's actually in the beauty industry. So while all of this was happening with Whit, I owned and ran my own nail salon. And I loved it because of relationships that I was able to build with my clients. Being a stay-at-home mom, it was my adult interaction for the day. But when I had my little boy, everything started changing. I started to hate my salon more and more because it completely ran my life and my time. And there was one day in particular it was the straw that broke the horse's back, I guess you could say. I was sitting there, I was doing a lady's nails, I was running late, and my little boy was sitting next to me. He was about 6 months old, and he was crying because he was hungry. Whit was at work, so it was just me. And she looked at me and she's like, you better hurry and finish my nails so that you can feed your baby. And that was kind of the day that I broke down with Whit, and I was like, this is not working. Like, I freaking hate where I'm at right now because of what I'm doing. And so, I knew that I couldn't feed my baby because I had 2 more nail clients that were coming. And I had to hurry and finish her so I could do my other clients. And it wasn't working. And so for the first time, we were humble enough to take a look at something different. And that's when network marketing came in. We did really well for the first little while, and then we started to struggle a little bit. We had ran through our warm market. We were dabbling in cold market recruiting, and it wasn't working as fast as we'd like it to. As I'm sure most everyone on here can agree, cold market prospecting and recruiting is one of the hardest things that you can do. And so that's when we jumped into Elite Marketing Pro, when we saw the value of what they could help us do by branding ourselves and then creating that never-ending list or flow of people that are asking us about what we're doing and how they can work with us because of who we are.
Yeah, so I want to step
you frozen,
back.
Chef?
Yeah, I'm still here. No, so I want to
Is
step
Chef
back
frozen
a little
for
bit.
everyone else, or are we frozen?
Or are we gone?
Who's
You're
gone?
good. No, you're still here.
You are both great. We
Okay.
can't hear Chef.
Ah,
You are still here, Elite Marketing Pro. Oh, Chef, we can't see you.
Yeah, Chef, you're
You're frozen.
froze.
could be fun.
Nobody's
So
frozen?
I-
Huh. On our side, Chef, you are
On our
frozen.
side, Chef, you
And we
are
can't hear you.
frozen.
All right, hold on.
I
So
cannot hear. Let's see here.
I'm gonna type
Yeah, we
this out.
can't hear anything that's going on. We can just see. Well,
But
your video is a little jumpy.
You can see and hear Chef clearly.
Yeah, ours is, let me refresh just because we're having a snowstorm right now.
Yes.
Ah. All right, they're jumping off. We'll get them back. Hopefully that'll work. You know what? This is the beauty about doing live Facebook. This is the beauty about doing live training, is that you never know what's going to happen, right? And this, again, is what I call one of those, like, this could be a mistake. Like, you guys don't know what I'm up to. What do I say next? So always be aware that this is how the world of internet marketing works, right? And it's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong. Like, you'll have hiccups, you'll have glitches, you'll have people come in and out, and this is exactly what we do. So have fun with this, and we'll get them back on, and we'll go. So that's just what we do.
Okay.
This is the world of internet marketing.
Are we
And you're back.
We're back. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, sorry, we're going to be a little jumpy. Our internet's not going to be very good tonight. There's a big snowstorm coming through, so we're a little choppy.
Middle of a blizzard.
Sorry, it's just going to be that way. You're just going to have to see our, we're just that fast, really, actually, when we move. We're just that fast. So anyways.
No, so I guess, I mean, I was alive the whole time. So we were live the whole time. I'm not sure what happened, and I'm not worried about it, honestly.
Oh, great.
Okay. So the question I have for you is kind of share a little bit more about how you're using Elite Marketing Pro. So I know it's one of like the big questions that comes up in our community all the time. It's like, okay, I'm extraordinarily passionate about my business. I really want to grow my team. How the heck do I use Elite Marketing Pro to do that? So you guys are, I mean, literally less than a year inside of this world, right? You're having tremendous success. We'll talk a little bit more about what just happened recently for both of you guys inside of our company. But I just really want to kind of paint the picture. It's like, okay, I'm having a little bit of success. I find Elite Marketing Pro. What happened?
So in the beginning, we had some, so you got to understand, in the beginning, I wanted to learn internet marketing. So when it came to, you know, bringing Elite Marketing Pro people, I actually didn't take it to any of my warm market in the beginning because I really wanted the results that I was having to come from those cold market people. I wanted to learn how to have those conversations and build that rapport with people in the cold market first, so that when other people wanted something because of where we were at in cold market prospecting, I could say, I know exactly how you feel, and guess what? I found Elite Marketing Pro, and I was generating leads and sales from cold market prospects. And so in the beginning, you know, our results, they were significant. I was actually making more from Elite Marketing Pro the very first month than I was having in our network marketing checks starting out. But it all came down to building that community of people that knew and liked and trusted us online. That's what we wanted to create, and that's what Elite Marketing Pro helps you do. And so people like Chef and Fernie and all of these different people, Kate McShay that had gone before us, they just kept saying, it was kind of like a wax on, wax off type of training in the beginning of setting up my fan page and setting up our blog and providing value and more value. And we just took crazy action. I mean, that very first month, I wrote a blog post every single day that very first month. I wanted to build that momentum. The second Facebook Live came out, we were doing a Facebook Live every single day because we wanted to build the momentum on our fan page. And so in providing that value, all of a sudden, about 60 days in, we started having people messaging us asking what company we were with. And that was the first time I was all like, it works, you know, it's happening. And so about 90 days later, we started enrolling people into our business for the very first time. And it's because we were able to take people through our funnel and they were building a relationship with us before we'd even met them. When they're reaching out to us, they know and like and trust us enough to either ask for help in taking their business online or asking what company they're in because they want to work with us because of who we are. All of a sudden, our company didn't matter anymore. It was the value that we were providing. And when we had that mindset shift, that's when big things started happening in our business around July, September, August, and September. We started, you know, seeing big results with Elite Marketing Pro in the result of like $3,000, $4,000 a month checks that were coming in. But what happened with the big one, when all of a sudden, you know, things exploded in our business, it was so fast, like it just took off, was when we discovered getting the value of video chatting and getting on a video chat with people face to face and building that rapport with people. That's when everything kind of skyrocketed for us.
Yeah, and so I just want to step back before we dive into that, because I know people are really curious. You know, you said you took a lot of action.
Yes.
And, you know, one thing I just want to really just repeat so that you guys are very, very clear. And for those that are watching, I want you to really get the picture of what it took, right? It took a daily blog post, right? And then on top of that, did you continue blogging into your into your 60 days, like the second month? Were you blogging also?
I try to put out one blog post a week.
Okay.
That's continued action.
Okay, so massive action on the blog the first month, 30 days nonstop, sharing content, getting out there, posting all over the place, being active around it. Facebook comes out with how to do a Facebook Live.
Yep.
And so you jump on that, and then you start taking probably what you would more or less post in a blog post, and you just start doing Facebook Lives to it. And then in the background behind that, you're still putting out at least one blog post a week, giving them some content to go to. And you're doing this daily because, and I want you guys to really listen to this, it is the faster you take action, the faster you fall forward. Like, that is the momentum. Like, you can kind of let your foot off the gasoline a little bit off the, going forward, but you still have to create that massive momentum, right? There's got to be enough, something behind you propelling you forward. And what I really want to make sure you guys understand is that it was a blog post to Facebook Lives, and she never really took her foot off the gas. Because when you go from 30 blog posts to 30 Facebook Lives, there is no deceleration. Like, there is only acceleration in that process. So I want to just really reiterate what you guys did, because it's tremendous, right? And that's what you do.
Yeah.
So one of the questions we got real quick before we move on, or before you guys answer that, was also, you guys talk about blogging. So I get this question a lot. What the heck did you blog about? You're brand new to Elite Marketing Pro. What the heck do you say?
So we've been in network marketing for 3 years. We've shared stories of triumphs and stories of failures. And then basic training, how to invite, how to database, how to reach out to cold market prospects, how to cold market prospect in general, because that terrifies people to start a conversation with a stranger. And then on days where, kids are going crazy and I don't have time to actually get my, blog post up, I would use Elite Marketing Pro's content. That's the one of the most amazing things about Elite Marketing Pro is that there is already written content for you to use that is proven to convert. And so when I didn't have time, probably a good 25 of those blog posts are my own. 5 of them might have been Elite Marketing Pros, and they were the ones like 3 proven ways to take your business online, 5 ways to guarantee your success in network marketing, the problem with prospecting and recruiting. Those ones that they were the blog posts that hit me, like when I was reading them, because that's what I was looking for. That's what we were looking for a year ago. We were so frustrated by where we were at in our business. We weren't taking any action. I was ready to quit, to be completely honest, because of the lack of results that we were having. And so that's when we jumped into Elite Marketing Pro. And when I saw the content and I saw what we could, what was there at my fingertips, how could you not take massive action? It's so easy for you to do it. You just got to get creative, make everything your own,
Yeah. And you know what? There's something scary about making it your own because you're afraid of failing. So there's a little bit, but like I said, you guys just took action. Like, there was like no fear. It's like, if I screw it up, I can go back and fix it. Like,
exactly.
And good enough, right? So I want to dive into this because another question came up. Lady Doc even asked it. It's like, why did you choose Facebook Live over using, I don't know, Fire Talk or podcasting or Periscope or Instagram and all these other platforms that seem to be rolling out with some sort of video? What made Facebook Live the choice?
Well, first of all, everyone's on Facebook. I don't think you can throw a nickel and not hit somebody that isn't on Facebook. But, I wanted to do what my mentors were doing. Kate McShay, Michelle Pescolito, these people that were at No Excuses, that were having the results that I wanted, were using Facebook.
And a lot of it comes down to Facebook. They're very geared toward the user experience, whereas when you get on Periscope, it's not so much regulated. You get a lot of, a really good term, pervs. Basically, like on Periscope, you just don't get a good quality of people on Periscope. And the difference is you can build a following on Periscope, but again, it's just not regulated as good as Facebook is when it comes to the business side of things, because you got to remember, Facebook is all about the user experience. No matter whether it be for your personal page or your business, it doesn't matter. They want the user experience to be the best possible. So they're going to regulate that as best as they can, and they're going to make their products as best as they possibly can. And so talking about Facebook Lives, me and my wife are creeping up on 1,000 Facebook Lives. And we've been in this coming on 9 months. And so when it comes down to it, 1,000 Facebook Lives, that's just something that, like Cari was saying, that we learned this from the mentors from No Excuses. Mm-hmm. They said, look, this is going to be the thing. And it is the thing. Why? Because I don't know what it is, but Facebook wants that promoted. Why? Because there are other platforms, but they want theirs to be the best. Mm-hmm. And so that's why we chose Facebook Lives, and we continue to do them, almost every day.
Yep, at least 5 days a week. You can see us having a Facebook Live to keep that momentum up in our page. We want that reach to keep up where we want it to be.
Got it. So here's a quick question. I want to backstep because we did talk about, hey, this is with Elite Marketing Pro. And Jan's like, how the heck did you hear about Elite Marketing Pro?
A mentor of ours.
A mentor of ours, actually.
Our
upline. Yep. So she was where we were at. She was frustrated by the lack of results in her business. And she brought it to Whit. He's more of the open-minded,
logical thinker, emotional thinker.
I'm an emotional thinker. And so for me, I was like, one more thing to do. I didn't even want to look into it. Just like network marketing. I didn't want to look into it in the beginning because I just thought it was one more thing to add to our plate that probably wasn't going to work like everything else that we had tried.
Yep.
But Whit got into it. He was going through the modules and he's like, you really need to look at this of Ignition. And so when I took a look and I started going through those trainings, and I was sold. And then when we, went VIP, we went to No Excuses.
We shot right to elevation.
We shot right to elevation because we're just like, we can't fail if these people are helping us. If we take action, even if it's imperfect action, we can't fail. We will see the results that we want. And so by having that mindset switch, that's how we've had the results that we have, is because we haven't been afraid to fail. I did a Facebook Live the other night and my little boy falls out of the chair and smacks his head on the floor, like in the middle of it. And you go with it, it's things
it's like, real.
It's real. It's what makes people like you. It's how that relationship is built. They can see that I'm home with my kids, building my business, doing a Facebook Live, and it's relatable.
I got a lot of loves over on Facebook when you just said that, by the way. They're like, oh my God, that's so awesome. I love you. No, but, all right, so my question is, am I going to see you guys at No Excuses 8 in June?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we cannot wait. Already have, well, I guess I can't say I have it booked, but it's going to be booked here as soon as you give me the go-ahead to book it.
Well, the good news is I was in on the negotiations, and we're like a wet ink away from going live. So
yes, I cannot wait. I keep telling Whit, I'm like, I can't wait for No Excuses. Let's just skip the months leading to that.
Well, and what it did for us when we were there, it completely changed our outlook on what it was about. And so, like, one of the biggest things that I noticed is a lot of people are afraid just to kind of reach out. We got the community, and there's a lot of people that reach out on the community, but like you were talking about earlier, Chef, it's that all-out massive action right at first. And even if it's imperfect, you just got to go out there and you got to throw the information out there. And the cool thing about it is, and Cari already said it, Elite Marketing Pro already has the content for you. Okay, they already know what network marketers want. So you don't have to come up with anything spectacular.
No.
You don't have to be great in words. I am an absolute crappy writer. Like, I cannot form 2 sentences together. But you put me on a video and I'm good to go. That's what I got her for. So we make the joke about this. We would absolutely fail completely in life without both of us together. But really what it comes down to is trust in the system and move it forward with EMP. Mm-hmm. Those blogs do convert. You've just got to make them your own. And so when Cari talks about using these blogs, we made them our own. Where there was a story that we could relate to, we changed it to our story of something of a similar experience. And that's what people see, and they're just like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. These people are relatable. And then they're coming to our blog instead of EMP's blog, so they're getting to know, like, and trust us. So just follow that process.
And some things that people forget is that when you have your page and you constantly have that new flow of people that are in, you can reuse content. Yeah. And I don't think people realize that. There's content that we did 9 months ago that we reuse still to this day because its new eyes are constantly seeing it. So, once you get that information out there once, you can residually use it over and over and over again. Network marketers like that word, residually, residual content.
And so real quick, we got to give a shout out to the person that did, to your latter question, the one you just asked about how we got into EMP. Brandy Shaver is the one who brought it to us.
Yes, she's the one who brought us.
She's one of our big mentors that really got us to take a look. So.
Yeah. We have to give a shout out to Brandy, because I know she's on here. She's already said hi once. We just definitely have to give a shout out to her. Yeah. I can't wait to see you guys.
Hi, Brandy.
We owe a lot to where we are because of her, because she got us to look. For some reason, she got us to look at everything we've been a part of. She got us to look at
network marketing too. I don't know what that woman can do for us, but she gets us.
So.
Yeah. I get that. So let's dive into this a little bit. So you've been using Facebook effectively. You've been generating leads. We talked about how you've been kind of like emailing people. Then all of a sudden you kind of decided to go in this world of video chatting, right? Like it sounds Jetson-like. Like, okay, we get it. I can pick up my phone right now and I can either FaceTime you. I can put a video chat with you. I've got Skype. I've got, Fire Talk. I've got Zoom. I've got a bajillion systems out there, really, to have a conversation face to face. And I was like, never thought of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So explain that a little bit. So so first off, we've generated a lead, and you guys have done a beautiful job about talking how you've done lead generation. If you guys missed it, go back and watch the first half of this, because they just talked about the whole thing. So at that point, we're going to go talk about, I got the lead. Now what do I say? So how do you get them on a video chat?
So it's kind of funny how it started. We started just like everyone else. I was calling all of my leads, and well,
the ones that decided that it showed interest in buying the book or something like that. But for the most part, when it came down to leads
themselves, we didn't actually call.
We just sent out an email.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as that. And I find that because being a part of the community, we talk about this almost every night. Mm-hmm. Because we see people ask, well, what do you say to your leads? Mm-hmm. It's a simple hello. They don't know you yet.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Get to know them a little bit.
Thank them for opting into the boot camp or buying attraction marketing formula. Just start building that relationship with them. I mean, just a simple thanks for buying. This is who I am. My name's Cari Higham. I saw you bought. I wanted to thank you. And then asking them the question, why did you buy attraction marketing formula?
Yeah, what attracted you to give us your email? What?
Yeah.
And that's basically where it starts. And so a lot of these, when it comes to the leads and the email of how we follow up, we don't see results from that, sometimes months. And then all of a sudden they come to us and saying, look, we've been following you for a while. And we like what you do. We like the content you put out there. And then that's when they reach out to us. But really, when it comes down to getting people on a video chat, as soon as somebody reaches out to us like that, we don't message back and forth. It's not okay, we're going to keep this online type of thing. It's a matter of, are you open to video chatting with us? And, our spiel of, we just want to go over and show you exactly how we build our business. And that's when we bring them onto that video call right away.
And Cindy Hartzell, to answer your question, because I did just see that, we connect with our leads through email. Yep. But we don't call every single lead that we get, because we don't have their number. But to make, because we're getting upwards of 30 leads a day sometimes, to call 30 people on top of
everything
video
else,
chatting and creating our funnels and coaching and everything, there's just no way we could do that. They haven't pre-qualified themselves enough to do that yet. We only talk with the people who are serious, I guess you can say, and the people that are willing to get on that video chat are serious. I
just have to jump in real quick, Cari. I have to jump in because I think what you just said, I want you to say it again, because we get so caught up, because I see this in the community too. I got my first lead. What do I say?
Yeah, and that's what we talk about every night. We always talk about it when we see it.
So it's a simple email. Don't worry about asking for their number. If you ask for their number or anything like that in that first welcome email, they're gonna, you're gone.
Seriously. It's over.
The fact that they were willing to give you their email is enough for now. Now they're on your list, and you're gonna build that relationship with them. But not every, it's a funnel. Everyone's in that funnel. They might not be your perfect prospect
and
yet.
They're still in the cold prospect part. They're not your warm prospect yet.
They're moving from that cold market prospect to hot market. Once they're reaching out to you, that's when they're hot market, and that's when they pre-qualified themselves enough for us to get them on that video chat.
And so how we're getting them from cold market to hot market is the value that we're giving in those emails.
Through emails, through our blog, and through Facebook Lives.
Yep.
That's how we build that relationship with people. They are seeing us everywhere.
And I even had this thought the other night is that it's hard when you're in network marketing because we want immediate satisfaction. So if we get a lead, we want that lead to be like, well, why aren't you reaching out to me already? And it's an immediate satisfaction type of thing. And you got to get over the fact that you are building a relationship for right now. And like I said, we have had people come to us and we've enrolled people in our business because 2 months down the road, they've been following us for 2 montes, just seeing if they like us or not.
There's a gal that's been following us since last April when we launched our page. We finally got on a video chat with her last week. Yep. She was willing. She was finally that hot market. She had gotten to that point in her business and in her life where she needed our help.
Yep.
Okay, so think about this. There's these leads. They're not going anywhere if you continue to bring that value and build that relationship.
So you got to be you got to be consistent. It's just like your Facebook fan page. If you're not posting consistently to build that rapport with people, if you're sporadic one day here and one day there, you got to set up a schedule where you're constantly doing those emails and building that value in there and getting their trust basically for them to reach out to you eventually. Now, on the flip side of that, when it comes to getting other people on video chat, it comes down to how our call to action when we have a Facebook Live. Mm-hmm. Or, I mean, we've had a Facebook Live that's just been boosted to our page since just before Christmas.
It was Christmas Eve, actually.
And how many comments do we have on that?
We had like over 100 comments.
Something.
And the call to action that we had was, if you want more info, comment more info below. That was all it was. It's gone into different audiences now. Now we're in cold market. People are watching the video. We're providing the value in that post. They comment more info. The very first message we send, we don't beat around the bush. We say, hey, are you open to video chatting with me? I'd love to show you my prospecting and recruiting strategy. We get them on video chat. We ask them if they're happy in the company that they're in. If they're not, we bring them EMP. If they're happy with their company, we bring them EMP. Yep. If they're not happy where they're at, we bring them into our opportunity because we've already built that rapport with them. And then getting on a video chat.
And you would not believe how many people say, I'm so surprised that you were willing to get on a video chat with me that fast. It stands out because most people, one thing about technology is it makes people weak because it's easy to sit behind and write a bunch of words when they can't see your face. Mm-hmm. And so it makes people scared. It makes them more timid. Whereas like my wife said, we just jump right into it and get them on a Zoom call. And one of the very first questions we ask anybody, and this is how we've been able to bridge that gap because a lot of people, I mean, and Chef, you can attest to this. How many times do you have people come across, or Fernie, how many videos has he done? How do I bring people into my network marketing business if I'm promoting EMP products? How do I do that, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's asking that question.
Yeah.
I get that question. Okay, I've been in Elite Marketing Pro for almost 4 years, and since day one, that is the question I've been answering. I cannot tell you how many hundreds of thousands of times I've responded to that question. Yeah. How many videos I've done around that question. Yeah. And it's still brand new to people.
Yep.
It's still brand new to people.
It is. And we totally understand it's brand new because it's a new concept of EMP and oh, well, if I'm not promoting my network marketing product, then how are they going to buy my product and everything like that? Guys, again, the thing about network marketers is, and especially nowadays, most people are not being taught the right way how to use social media to begin with. And let alone are they being taught to actually build a network. They're focusing so much on a product, they think that's the only way that they're going to make their business happen. Whereas when we get them on a Zoom call, we ask that very first question. Are you happy with that company? Because everybody that we've brought into our network marketing company since we started this, there is one common denominator. They do not have an upline support. So by me saying, are you happy with the company that you're with? I all of a sudden open up a can of worms. And they're like, well, not really, and this is why. And that's the questions we ask. Are you happy? If you are happy, well, what do you like about it, and what are you missing from your business right now? And so when they tell us we're missing, I'm done with my warm market. And that's the most common answer out there. I'm done prospecting my friends and family. I don't have anybody else to talk to. well, cool, let us show us how we build our business online. And that's when we take them EMP because they're happy with their business. So one or two ways, they're going to be a part of our group one way or another, whether it be with EMP on our email list, or they're going to be in our network marketing business and they're going to grow with us.
And one question I did have a couple weeks ago, and I don't remember who it was from, to be honest, I'm sorry, but she asked, what do you do if they're not willing to hop on a video chat? You know, because that's like the big thing. And I'm all like, get them in the boot camp.
Yeah, send them the boot camp, yeah.
You say, well, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's totally fine if you don't want a video chat. Give me your email and I'll send you some information over real quick.
I'm going to get your email.
Sign them up for the boot camp. So all of these leads, so either way, we're getting results by using video chat this way. Okay, so it's not like if they won't hop on video chat, nothing happens.
Yep.
You're still getting that and building traction that way in your list.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about just looking at the opportunity. Like really stand in their world of where they're at. So stop. It's like remove yourself from the equation and look at, are they happy? Great. Then what could assist them? What's missing? Because I promise you, there's something missing with every network marketer in their business.
Yeah.
Right. There is. There's just no. When I got into this world of internet marketing almost 10 years ago, my upline pretty much goes, there's no way you can build online. It's not possible. You need to do the belly to belly.
Yeah.
That's what we've been told. And we have a great upline, but they just don't understand.
They don't see the content. But then but that's when we reach out and we say, look, and that's kind of our unique selling point is that we sell ourselves to them. Look, you're not getting to where you want to be because you don't have the support system to get you where you want to be. The value of coming and working with me and my company is that, number one, I can teach you how to build online if that's how you want to build. Or if you have a network where you really want to build belly to belly and that's how you like to do it, then I can teach you how to build deep into your business, which a lot of people, they're not taught to do that. It's all about upfront enrollments and let's not build depth in our business. But that's the cool thing. That's our unique selling point is this is the value you get with us versus where you are now. And we bring that up. And so that's the cool thing about it is just people are afraid to ask direct questions when you get face to face with somebody. And if you do not ask the question, you would never know. And Cari did this last week. I sat here and listened to her on this call with this lady. She was telling me, because think about it this way. I mean, Chef, and I know you're going to agree with this, but how many times you get in front of another network marketer and the first question you ask is, well, how's your business going? And they're automatically, oh, it's going so great. Like, it's awesome. And you know, for like the majority of people, it's really not. It's really not.
99.3% are actually right.
Exactly. And so they want to put up that front because it's a pride thing. They don't want to say that they failed.
Which I don't blame them. That was us.
That was us.
That was us a year ago.
I was faking it until I made it, no matter what. Okay. And so when it came down to it, Cari just said, look, she kind of said some things in this call. And Cari just right at the end, she just goes, well, look, you seemed really excited about your company, but let me ask you something. Are you married to your company or do you still keep your options open? And she's like, no, I still keep my options open. All of a sudden the worms came out. Everything just kind of fell apart. And she like, just told us, like,
let me tell you my situation. I wasn't upfront with you guys in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because we had,
broke it down.
Even in the beginning, that relationship wasn't quite there yet. So by providing value on the video call, you know, of showing them how they can create an online community with Elite Marketing Pro that's going to, of people that know and like and trust them so that, you know, because everyone knows someone in their company that comes into their company and they're at the top of their company 6 months later. Everyone has that story of someone that's in. What do they have that you don't? They have a network of people that know and like and trust them enough that it doesn't care what that person is doing, they're doing it too.
The problem is you probably don't have that same network. And that's what Elite Marketing Pro helps you build. Is that network of people. And that's where the disconnect is. They think that, well, I'm supposed to be like that. And we compare ourselves to one another. And it's just like, me and Cari did not have that network at all.
At all.
I come from a town of less than 2,000 people.
It took us 6 months to enroll our very first person in our company.
And I think we're pretty cool people. I mean,
think we are.
I would think people like us. But for some reason it wasn't happening. And so we started to get some traction and then we just kind of plateaued again. And we're just like, what is going on here? There's got to be a better way. And I'll tell you, Elite Marketing Pro is going to build you that following if you follow the trainings that are in place. And because we're doing that, now we have rapport with people and we have traction on our fan page, in our emails. We can get people to comment or engage with us at will now. And so it just takes time.
Yeah. It literally was, what, 6 months? No excuses, 7 months ago? Roughly?
Yeah.
May. Yep.
May. Yep. So, and you know, here's always been my stand on this, is that people will always buy education over more so than getting into a business, right? Because we're actually trained as a society anywhere in the world that education trumps, you know, everything. Like, you can't get a job unless you have an education. You can't, you know, become a doctor unless you get an education. You can't become, you know, X, Y, and Z without education. And it's so funny because we get into network marketing and the one thing that we lack is actually the education, right? Which is why we go online and we're looking for something to educate us on how to better build our business. So what ends up happening is that when I talk to network marketers, I'm like, the reason you're here is because you're looking for education. How many other of the hundreds of thousands of network marketers out there are online doing the same thing? Like, where do you think you're going to find the people that are going to join your business? It's going to be those that are looking to find a better way to build their business. That is the hottest, most like ripest market, low-hanging fruit that you can choose from is the one that are online, because they're so, not desperate is the wrong word, but they're so driven to create success. They're wanting out of something, whether it be their job, their situation. They are looking to get out of a situation, and they see network marketing as a vehicle, and maybe it's just not the right company, but they're looking for the education to show them how to get to the next level. And there's so many people with an upline that don't have the education. They just, you know, there's just something missing. They may have had a huge, and again, it goes back to network. Who do you know?
Yep. Repeating bad behaviors is one of the biggest things that keeps network marketers stuck and frustrated. And so if you can duplicate good behaviors while teaching someone to build online, it's
well, and when we learned this from free right from the get-go is you get people online and you get them offline as fast as you can, because not everybody's going to want to build online. There's a lot of people that just want to do the face-to-face stuff. But the problem is most people that do that, and it goes back to, well, what content do I put out there? You know, I'm a network marketer. I know about health and wellness because that's my product, but I don't know how to build network marketing. And there's a disconnect. There's a problem with that. Because if you cannot build a network, and that's where EMP, again, is going to bridge that gap. And so you really, most people that want to build offline, they don't have that structure. And again, when we get on a video call, we sell that to people. Look, I know how to build depth in my business. I've done it. But most people don't know how to do that. Why? Because
most people don't even know what that means.
Most people don't even know what that means to build depth in your business. What do you mean? Like a hole, like a shovel, like what? You know, but most people are taught one way online, and that's basically, you know, use your personal page, spam your products everywhere, and that's what's going to work. And what's funny is that's what me and Cari started to do, because we had our receptors up. We started going into like yard sale groups everywhere, and we talked to probably thousands of people in a short amount of time, and we enrolled one person into our business. One person. We've been doing this for a lot less time than we were doing that, and we brought in a lot of people into our business. And so it just goes to show.
We're making money as we go with Elite Marketing Pro. Like, where else do you get paid to monetize your? Where else do you monetize your nose?
Yeah,
like people say no to my opportunity. I'm like,
and then I make money on the other side.
Come over here to Elite Marketing Pro, and I'm making money anyways.
Yeah.
You know how? It's
awesome.
It's the most brilliant, genius business model I've ever seen.
Yes.
You get paid to actually go to school to learn how to build your business. There's no other format in the world that teaches that.
It doesn't, and that's the cool thing. And so when people say, "Well, if I can't build my business, how do I build my business promoting EMP products?" It's because you're promoting what other network marketers are looking for. That is your target. You want to attract the people that already know, like, and trust network marketing. Okay, because I guarantee you, the majority of people in network marketing, they are searching for a home. Most people that join a company That is not the company they're going to end up with. Okay, they're jumping around trying to find what suits them and fits them. And so by you providing if you don't have material to write and you don't know what to write, use the blog that EMP sets up, because they have great content and they know what network marketers are looking for.
If you think about this, like, let's say that Whit and I had set it up as a health and wellness, because that's what our products are. If we had gone about it from a health and wellness standpoint, I would not have enrolled the business builders in my businesses last year that I did, because they're not looking for another product.
Yeah, they're not business builders. Usually when you're doing that, you're looking for, it's like targeting on a Facebook ad. If you're too generic on your target, you're going to get a whole mess of people that probably have nothing to do with what you're really talking about. Just somebody that likes something here or somebody that likes something there. Again, when you focus on building team builders, your product's going to get shared one way or another. And so again, it just all funnels back to using a video chat web platform, whether that be Zoom or Skype or whatever you personally like.
I love Zoom because I'm able to share my screen and it comes in a lot clearer than Skype. But,
which is not doing it justice right now for us, by the way.
Which is not doing it justice.
I'm just kidding. We love Zoom, but thanks, Snowstorm. Jerk.
But, you can, if you just want to get on the phone with someone and talk to them like you would, if you were walking someone through it on a on a phone call, get on Facebook Messenger. Everyone's on Facebook.
Yep.
Get on Facebook Messenger. Everyone's willing to do a Facebook Messenger call.
Yep.
If they have FaceTime, hop on FaceTime, It doesn't have to be complicated of sharing your screen. Basically talk about why you build your business with EMP. First of all, always ask. You can guarantee, are you happy with the company that you're in? If they're happy, bring them Elite Marketing Pro.
Because they're obviously getting on a video call with you already because they want to learn how to build online. So just ask them a simple question, and then you can transition it if they're happy. If you're happy with your company, great. I want to see you succeed. This is how we build online, and this is what we show. And then we walk them through that process of how we funnel people from cold market to warm market, and we bridge the gap of everything. We basically show them what AMF already does. We just do it in a face-to-face visual type thing instead of reading it.
Yep.
And then as soon as they're interested, we send them attraction marketing to the boot camp and the book.
Yep, we send them the link to the book, and 7 times out of 10 they buy. 6 or 7 times out of 10 they buy the book.
Over 50% easy.
Over 50% will buy. And then we're continuing to build the relationship. That's the thing. We're continuing to build the relationship. We've actually had people that have come into Elite Marketing Pro that have turned around and enrolled in our opportunity right after, because we've built that relationship with them, and they're like, well, I want your mentorship through EMP, and I want your mentorship on the ground in network marketing. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, it really is. And I want to distinguish something out for people, because you talk about, building your network, and you talk about building your network offline. And just out of everybody that's on here, you can answer yes or no, but there's especially stateside, there's a website you can go to. It's called meetup.com, right? And Meetup is your way to go, and you can find people, groups, and events around your area and start attending these meetings, right? And get to know other people. The people I never wanted to hear from were the ones that got up and said, hey, I'm in XYZ company. I'm looking for these people to join my company, and thank you so much for your time. Like, there was no value there. There was nothing. If I was in an MLM or network marketing, I would never go to them and say, oh, yeah, I've got somebody that's perfect for your company, right? Yeah. There's just no value there. So if you wanted to stand out in a face-to-face conversation and go to those marketing meetings, you had to come with some sort of value. Like, what could you teach somebody? So it's like, all right, I'm starting to learn Facebook marketing, and I would go to these marketing groups and start dripping on them what I was learning about Facebook marketing. Then all of a sudden, they all want my service. Right? They all want the training I've got, and I would send them off to the training, and then I would add the bonus of like, hey, if you guys buy this, I'll give you an extra, hour coaching with me to make sure you guys can implement it. And at that point, then they're interested in my company. Then they're interested in what I'm doing. But just standing there saying, hey, I've got this great company, and the people I'm looking for to join me are this, it never really worked for me. And I got really tired of hearing that. after going to so many different meetings and luncheons and everything. It was like a waste of my time after a while. I'm like, why even bother? Nobody's listening to me.
Yep, I agree with that.
So that is when I realized value sells.
Yes.
Right?
It really does.
Oh my gosh. So we got a question here. So I'm going to want to open this up, guys. We got about 10 minutes here. I want to respect Cari and Whit's time. I know you guys got a lot going on. You guys probably have a lot of video chats. I know we've got another webinar that you guys are hosting on Thursday that I want to quickly chat about before we log off here also. But Karen's got a question. It says, when you first joined Elite Marketing Pro and hadn't been using the system to build online, what did you show your leads? So I'm guessing the question you're asking is that
when we hadn't had very many results yet, when hopping on video chat with people.
Already been using the system.
So you first joined Elite Marketing Pro. You haven't been using the system to build online.
EMP system?
Yep, I would say the EMP system to build online.
What Cari said. Okay,
yep,
so
what Cari said.
If you don't have results yet with EMP, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, even if you have one lead.
Yeah.
And you can say, I generated this lead while I was sleeping, or this lead came in automatically while I was making dinner for my family. Even if you don't have any leads, show people the power of being able to follow up with 3,000 people at once.
Yeah.
You know, through email marketing. Yeah. I mean, when I show people that, like when I say, you know, I'm building an email list right now, you're having to reach out to people one at a time, right? And then you follow up with them one at a time. It takes a long time to build your network marketing business that way. I'm building an email list. Think about it. If you don't have to say you have 3,000, but say, imagine you have 3,000 people on an email list and you're able to press send and follow up with 3,000 people at once. Or invite 3,000 people at once to hop on a video chat with you.
Yeah. How
much faster is my business going to build compared to yours, where you're having to reach out and follow up with people one at a time?
Yeah. Well, and
that's value right there. Okay. Like when I show people that, they're just like, oh my gosh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense why I need to build online, why I need to create an email list.
Yeah. Well, and also when it comes down, I think people forget that when you build a Facebook fan page, chances are most people start out with likes on their fan page. Mm-hmm. The cool thing about these fan pages is these are your warm market automatically. Why? Because they raised their hand and said, I want you in my newsfeed every day. Okay, I want to see what content you're putting out there.
They're pre-qualifying themselves.
They're already pre-qualifying yourself, and you're literally running a, you know, whatever it is, a $5 likes campaign, and you're getting people that says, yeah, like I like your picture and I want to see what you're doing. And then all of a sudden you start to build that relationship with them as well. And so,
oh, wait, hold on, I gotta stop you because this just came up for me. Make sure your picture matches
yes,
exactly. Who you actually look like.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. You know, you don't want to look like Darth Vader or something like that. I mean, I'm just kidding. I had to say that just because you like Star Wars. But anyways, but really, you gotta treat those likes as like, yeah. I can only imagine the memorabilia you have in your house of Star Wars. Like, I think it's awesome because that's all I grew up watching as a kid was Star Wars.
Hey, there's not much in my office, but if you go throughout my house, there's Star Wars ridiculously everywhere. It's a little. I actually had a roommate for 3 years, and I had everything in boxes. And one day I took everything out, and he goes, "How have we been friends this long?" And I had no idea. I was like,
"Have you seen his Facebook profile picture?"
I mean, come on, that gives it away right there. Everybody's like, "What is that?" Like, you know.
We saw that and we knew. I'm like, oh, she's
right
dressed as an Ewok.
Love it. But yeah.
Done. All right, back to the questions at the end. Go back. How often do you send leads?
It depends on if we're promoting anything. If we are promoting a webinar or a training or, you know, anything that way, every day.
Yeah.
Before a webinar we're doing, it's every day. Massive action trying to get people on that webinar.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just building relationship type of things, 3 to 4 times a week, you know?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times a week, and they're easy. I mean,
It takes me 10 minutes to
yeah,
write
like
an
I
email.
said, I don't write the emails. I can be a brain behind content, but like I said, I cannot form 2 words together. And you should see me spell. Like, I'm excited to do like a training in front of a lot of people so they can see how like if this guy can do it, I can definitely do it, because he can't spell very good. Like, it's pretty good. But anyways, next question.
My excuse is I'm a chef and I don't need to spell. I just need to know how to cook. So I had to add like Grammarly onto my browser to check my spelling and my grammar, because I'm gonna admit it, I suck. And grammar Nazis love to read my emails and correct them for me. I'm like, thank you guys, it's awesome. I don't care.
Blog. Like when I was first starting, like I'd go through Ray Higdon's blog, Rachel Jackson, like these top earners in the industry. Yeah. And when I would see that Ray Higdon was making spelling errors and grammar errors, and I was just like, you know what? That man.
You're way too cookie for looking for that crap.
Yeah, no kidding. I get excited about it. Whatever, you know.
You get. It's like people get caught up on grammar. It's like, really? You're building a business. Who cares?
There was one lady that she had commented on our ad one time, and she's all like, "If I could have just gotten through your spelling errors, maybe I would have opted into the boot camp or something like that." And I just messaged her back. I'm like, "It's a good thing my paycheck isn't directly correlated with my spelling."
And what's funny is it built a good engagement on the post.
It did. All of a sudden, people were all like, "That's
whatever."
awesome.
Like, we don't care if you don't know how to spell, and all of a sudden, all these comments start throwing in, and we're just like, boom, got it. Next.
So the other question that Jan has is, do you video chat with more than one prospect at a time?
Same company, and they have talked to
I'll say most of the time, no, just because we want to build that one-on-one connection. But if there's 2 people that are in the same company, you know that, and they're like, "Hey, is it okay if my friend hops on with me?" I would never say no. Oh.
What did you say?
Yeah. Got it. So Hillary's working. So if you guys don't know who Hillary is actually our social media manager. And so on Monday nights, Hillary basically helps. So she's monitoring our Facebook side and then bringing the questions over here for us. So she talks about, like, she's got this posted over on our, Facebook Live. It's going to be over on the, No Excuses page. It's getting tweeted all over Twitter. It's on Google Plus right now. She's putting you guys on YouTube. I mean, you guys are all over the place right now. So that is her commitment to Monday Mojos, is to get that going. So Jonathan asks, in regard to building leads, what's the best way to bridge people who come from like campaigns to signing up?
A lot of it comes down to our videos, and about every Facebook Live, we pass it off as a freebie, basically, to opt into the boot camp.
Yep. We don't send, so like if we're doing a Facebook Live, that is the value we are providing.
Yep.
So we will have a straight call to action to the boot camp or to the social media recruiting frenzy or some of our other lead magnets that we've put together ourselves. And so by having that and having the call to action, click the link at the top of this video to get your freebie from us. Absolutely free. All we need is your email.
And we get a lot of people for
That's one way you can do it. Or keep posting that content and sending people to blog posts.
Again, it always comes down to the value that you're providing.
You have to provide value first.
Yeah, you have to lead with something that's for somebody. Like, it's absolutely critical. There's no way to create a network. And I love this. I joke with people all the time. I want you guys to give your feedback on this. But there's 2 words in network marketing. One is network.
Yeah.
Which is people.
Right.
And the other is marketing.
Yep.
Selling them something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I sat there and looked at both words in the dictionary, network is a group of people that you know, and marketing is the, buy something, sell them something, share with them something.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. I like it. The end of that last question is just keep posting content with patience. And that's the thing. It comes back to that immediate satisfaction that you want, the gratification of doing something and then having immediate response. When you're building this rapport with people, it's not going to happen that way. You're going to have some that are just, weirdos that reach out to you right away, and that's awesome. But a lot of them are just going to see, they want to know that they can put their trust in you. So they're just going to follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Jonathan, another thing that Cari and both Whit mentioned earlier is that, they've had people on their list or been watching them for over a year. And the same goes for almost every single person when they first get online, right? When you start building for the first time, I will tell you that It's the consistency of you
Yes.
staying in front of people. And it absolutely is the year. I have no idea what 12 months is, right? But it's just typically, I'm going to watch you for 12 months and then finally take action somewhere in that time frame because you show up, unless you're doing massive action like Cari Whit. And then there's a true magic, like an accelerated growth that happens between 12 months and 18 months. There's something in that time period that is like your business doesn't just explode. It ignites in a way that you're just like floored. And that's what happened. And Kate and I have had this conversation. Ray and I have had this conversation. Tim Irwin and I have had this conversation. It's those that stay in the game
and that's all it comes down to.
And don't worry about being perfect.
Yeah.
Don't like get perfect out of your head right now because it does not exist. Perfect is procrastination, and procrastination does not build your business
at all. And since starting doing coaching calls, it's amazing to see when somebody gets stuck and they just kind of give up. Well, I'm stuck. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. And
it's just like, go back through the trainings. You would not believe how many times like I had to re-listen to, Chef's Pixel training over and over and over again. And that's when we just first started using pixels and stuff like that. How many times I went through your training just to finally be like, oh, okay, this is starting to make sense to me, But I didn't.
Yeah. It does sound like a foreign language. It sounds like a foreign language. You're talking to a chef. I could check Outlook, turn on a computer, and Google stuff. That was my world when I joined.
Yeah.
And now I'm building out funnels and teaching you guys how to build bridge pages and Aweber and email follow-up systems and how to use traffic. I mean, like, you're kidding me, right? Like, this is not my world.
Yeah.
Or was it then?
That's so awesome. It's so awesome, though.
I'm like, I can cook you up a gourmet meal. You're telling me that there's a connection between an email and a website, and everything was so virtual, and I'm so tactile, like I needed to touch it. It just never made sense to me. So I get it.
So cool.
I totally get it.
I don't know if we wanted to answer that last question there. I think there's some.
Jan's question. Jan's like, are you guys using social media recruiter as much as the boot
completely honest, so boot camp has our heart.
Yeah, that's where we got it from.
That's where we came into EMP. And so we do promote social media recruiter. We do. But I love boot camp. Yeah. I love attraction marketing. I love teaching people the principles of attraction marketing.
Yeah.
That's how we had the explosion in our business.
We've had the same ad running since October. That's producing 15, 16 leads a day. And it's been running since October, and it's the boot camp. It's a boot camp. I mean, we change our target, just to mix it up a little bit when we need to. But that's, and so we do promote both of them. But we just like Cari said, that's what got us in, and so that's kind of what we've been just kind of leaning towards. And not to say that we're not going to use social media recruiter because I think it's a great product.
It's amazing. People are getting results with it.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
And I love Julie. Shout out to Julie Burke. We love her.
Yeah.
But boot camp, that's where attraction marketing, that book, that's what changed our life when it came to building and taking our business online. And so I have to speak with passion, and my passion is with attraction marketing.
Until we become really familiar with social media recruiter, it's chances are the most of it's going to be AMF right now. We're going to run other ads to test out social media recruiter, but that's our focus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tie into that real quick, and I want you guys for those that are watching, listen in on what they just said, is that they picked one product, right? Their goal wasn't to be everything to everybody. It was to choose one product, fall in love with it, and know it so well that you can teach it without even thinking about it, right? So when I look at what Cari Whit did, that's the same. Their passion around attraction marketing formula is my passion around Elite Marketing Pro, right? Like the system, Elite Marketing Pro, the blog, everything, that is my passion because that's how I got into Elite Marketing Pro. Like attraction marketing formula didn't exist when I got into this company. It wasn't even in my world. Fernie wasn't even part of the company when I got into this. All I had was attraction. No, Master Yoda was not in my world. All I had was, the Grandmaster, Tim Irway, and Matt Crystal. right? I actually had Fernie's sensei in the world of marketing who was my guru. And yeah, so Tim Irway trained Fernie Ceballos. And so my connection was that I fell in love with who Tim Irway was because he mentored Ray Higdon, Russell Bronson, Mike Dillard, Norbert, you know, all these leaders that are out there, Mark Hoverson, every single one of those leaders that I know within this world, Ben Stiller, right? Not Ben Stiller, Ben Stiller from for his email marketing, right? Ben Settle, thank you, Ben Settle. But Ben Settle, massive email marketer, right? Wrote and created the #1 multi-million-dollar sales letter for this company before it was Elite Marketing Pro. And so for me, you guys talk passionate about attraction marketing formula. I was absolutely 100% Elite Marketing Pro. Like I could sell VIP and Elite Marketing Pro to like a rock because that is what I was passionate because I understood how the system worked and how you could pretty much take the system and I could take any business in the world and drop it into Elite Marketing Pro system and absolutely positively 1000% guarantee you'd get results in your business. And that's my passion around the system. That's why I teach and train it. So what I want to get back to again is that do you guys realize or recognize that it's one product that we fall in love with and we just can't stop talking about it. And that is what creates the value. That's what creates the trust because you stay on topic with one product and you just stay with it. And because you say it so many times over the year, people know that that's who you are. And then when you decide that I want to get to know social media recruiter and bring that in, that's just another added value on top of what you already know about traction marketing formula, right? And then if you want to bring in another product, it's because you've mastered one product at a time. And that's the true beauty of what you guys have just said. And I really want everybody in here. And if you guys got that, if like it hit home, like say yes. And it should always be one product. It should always, 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 always be one product. You cannot serve two masters in the world of marketing online. It doesn't work. You cannot serve a network marketer, an internet marketer, an affiliate marketer. You can't do it. You need to stay on track, on task, what speaks to your audience, and don't look at anything else.
And that's the hard thing is there's a lot of shiny objects, and so and it's hard not to. Believe me, we've been tempted to a lot of things, but we just said, you know what, we're going to choose one path, and we wanted to do what Kate McShay and her husband did. We wanted to do what Ray Higdon did. We wanted to do everything that they did because obviously it worked for them, and so I wanted to address this in this as well because I know there's a lot of waves going through the community right now. Again, goes back to, well, if I'm promoting EMP products, how are people supposed to find out about my business? Trust the system because Kate did it. Okay, Tanya, Eliza, and Caesar, they did it. Okay, they got people into their network marketing company and they weren't plastering it everywhere. They were just bringing value, and because they brought value, people came to them, and that's what's happening with us right now. And so believe me, trust the people that you look up to. Did anybody go to Kate's event over the weekend? If you did, then you trust her. Right? Yeah, I did. We did. So we did.
I love Kate. I love her. Like, I actually sent her a Facebook message that was like, I so badly wanted to be there.
Yeah.
I love Kate. I mean, she's the reason why we went Elevation was because I wanted what Kate McShay had.
Yep.
I had seen the light. You know, she was a teacher. I owned a salon. I mean, we're not all that different in the beginning, you know. And I'm just like, I love Kate. I had that connection with Kate. Talking at No Excuses Summit, she sat down with me during dinner and answered my questions. I'm just like, I'm following Kate McShay. Oh, she went Elevation. Okay, I'm going to Elevation.
And so again, it just comes down to, I mean, if you're willing to fly somewhere to get training from an individual, and or even like with EMP, if you're willing to put your trust in EMP, because obviously you're here because something's not working. So trust in the system. Give it that 12 to 18 months like Chef's talking about.
Yes.
And then at the end of that, by all means, you can message me. You can show up on my doorstep and punch me in the nose if it didn't work. But
But you have to be taking action. That's the thing.
You got to be taking action every single day and doing the things that the training's there, the content's there. If you're willing to apply it, it's going to work. It does. And I've seen it over and over and over again with a lot of people that we've brought in, and also other people that are in our team, in our network marketing business, that are doing the same thing. So stop worrying about what you're promoting and just give value, and people will come to you in your network marketing business.
Got that. So one quick question that was asked by Shanice, I believe is her name, Shanice Miller Thompson. So what's the big difference, and guys, when you're setting up your fan page, right? And it's changed. I pray to you guys, when I started setting up my fan page like 7 years ago, that it was not as complicated as it is now. There's too many categories. But what's the best category? Like, there's the entrepreneur category, there's the public figure category, there's the consulting category, there's the business person category.
We set ours up as a public figure. I don't think there's any one that's necessarily better than another.
You can probably do the same thing.
But you can do but when it comes to us, we wanted to be recognized for our names, not a company brand or anything like that. Our brand is Whit and Cari Higham. So to set ourselves up as a public figure of Whit and Cari Higham, we're the people that can help people reach their goals in network marketing.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. So that's why we chose public figure.
And here's another reason I kind of like public figure and, well, public figure entrepreneur. Is the reason I like public figure is because public figure can change, right? You may not always be an entrepreneur, right? You may not always be building your business. You may slide out. You may go and get a job or whatever, right? But what I love about public figure is that, say Cari and Whit decide they want to be in a different MLM, right, or a different network marketing company. So what, right? They're allowed to change their mind, and so be it, right? If tomorrow they decide they want to get into fashion design and clothing because Whit's decided that he's got this crazy idea for pairs of some sort of boxer shorts for attraction marketing that he wants to sell.
We like them a little skimpier than
PG here, PG. No. But you understand, like, that Cari and Whit can change that. Like, they can be a public figure and have different things going on in their life. They could potentially be running their own live events, right? And if that's the case, a public figure fits that. So look at something you're going to grow into. I think this is where a lot of people don't really think about it, and this is a conversation I think we've had before, and I know with many of you guys in this community, is that if you're going to do this, you're going to build a 6, 7, 8-figure, 9-figure business, what are you committed to being consistent in over a long period of time? Like, how are you going to show up, in your life every single day for your audience? Because you don't just get to build this and then walk away from it 18 months later. Like, that's not quite how you continually build an income. Like, that's not a good idea, right? So look at realistically when, what can you sustain? Can Cari and Whit sustain a 1 blog post a week? Probably, and for a good long period of time, right? Can they sustain 5 Facebook Lives a week? Maybe it drops down to 2 or 3 when they start doing more intense coaching. Like, who knows, right? And with that, something really incredible happened over the last 2-3 weeks with you guys, right? So we're talking about, you stepped into this world of Elite Marketing Pro. You had no freaking clue what you're doing. You start providing value. You get yourself rolling. You're getting stupid, crazy, ridiculous results all of a sudden. And then there's a phone call.
Right.
So what was on the phone call?
What phone call? I'm trying to remember what phone call.
Was there a phone call or was it an email that said, hey guys, we want you as coaches?
Yeah, we're now coaches of Elite Marketing Pro. So we were having good results, and I talked to...
Phenomenal. Let's just say phenomenal, because good just sounds mediocre.
Yeah, so we were having results, and I reached out to Fernie because we're to the point where Whit is walking away from his job.
Oh.
And we wanted to provide more value for our community because we have this passion of, with Elite Marketing Pro and helping, network marketers have these results that we finally found in the year of 2016. And so, we were offered to be coaches. So I'm now an ignition coach. So a lot of your people, when they come in, buy a product, they're talking to me. And then when your people go VIP, Whit is now a VIP traffic coach. So
you're going to see me on traffic webinars if you're VIP, or even, and you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of traffic calls even with elevation and acceleration members as well.
So freaking awesome. And then also we've got a webinar you guys are doing. You guys are actually going to be featured on probably the most elite and prestigious training in this world, the Elite Marketing Pro Insider. So I know, Hillary, you've got the link for that. So all of you are invited to this one. And if you're an affiliate, boom, look at Hillary. If you're an affiliate, if you're a client of Elite Marketing Pro, you guys absolutely can share this link and get it out there that these two are going to rock your world with Facebook marketing on Thursday. Like, I absolutely promise you what they're going to deliver. If you thought tonight was amazing, because a lot of you guys are like, holy cow, right? Wait till Thursday, right? Just, I mean, it's like we're building. Like, we give you like a little teaser, kind of like this is one side of what they do. And then we're going to show you kind of like the behind the scenes of the other element of what they do. Because everyone goes, what am I missing? Well, you're missing Thursday if you don't get onto that training.
Be there. You don't want it because we're dropping some crazy value bombs, I guess you could say. We're sharing our screen.
And they don't stink.
We're sharing our sharing.
We call it nugget bombs. If you're on the Monday Mojo, it's a nugget bomb. It's like drop the mic. It's like, here's a nugget bomb.
Whit hates the word nugget.
Yeah, like I know. Every time I hear that.
Think of it like a gold nugget. Like it's a golden nugget. It's like a golden coin. Like you're
I guess I just heard it too many times, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna come up with my own. So every time somebody says it, like I'm already in my face, and she turns her head and looks at me, and I'm just like.
So what are we calling it? So what's your term for this? Because you're allowed to create whatever you want.
For this, they're value diamonds. How about that? Diamonds of value and content.
She just made that up.
I did just make that up.
Yeah, she just made that up. So it will probably change come Thursday because we'll forget what we actually initially called it.
Yeah.
I got you. Awesome.
We roll with it.
Yeah.
All right.
So yes, be there on Thursday because we are.
Scripts.
We're gonna be. You're not gonna want to miss it. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're excited.
Good.
It's going to be amazing. Like, just so you guys know, for you're on here, it's going to be amazing. Get on, take part, be blown away. Like, that's what this is all about. Really, it is. Right? And the fact that they went elevation in our fast track mentorship group, the fact that they've taken as much action, gotten the results that they've done, and are now coaching and training your clients when they come in, right? The leads that you have, when people buy a product, they're getting access to these two amazing coaches now. And that's what this is all about, right? This is how this company and this community gets built, is that we have incredible leaders like this that step up and then just want to give back. And I can't tell you how super proud I am of both of you, and that I've gotten to know you guys over this time period, and that what you've achieved and accomplished, and just the speed of it, and just trusting the system and trusting what we've been up to, and trusting that we have your back. 100% Elite Marketing Pro has your back. And we want you to succeed. We want you to succeed bigger than you could ever possibly imagine. And that's what we're here, and that's what we stand for.
Awesome.
Did you see that? Adam Dowell says next time he sees you, he's buying you a 20-piece nugget bucket.
Whatever. I'll eat it up. I'll eat those.
It better be from KFC. That's my favorite.
No.
Well, if you're going to get no excuses, Hillary will be there.
Yes, who's going to be
Oh, Adam will definitely be there. He's buying you 20 pieces.
I'll take it. Something like that any day. Especially after to sit down through all that training, man, you definitely need some good brain food to get it going. And so,
yes.
And this is a cool thing is before no excuses. This is our goal. That we'll be Invictus members before then.
We will be. We're putting that out there right now.
Ew.
So you have not seen The Last of Us. We have some pretty amazing things in the works right now.
Yeah.
Working on.
That means a whole nother year of mentoring I get with you guys.
You're gonna see our face. Like it's gonna be like imprinted somewhere. I'm gonna find somebody to draw us as Star Wars characters, and I'm making it like full body size, and I'm sending it to your house.
Okay, I'm game for that. I'm game. You're gonna have to catch up to me though, because this year has got some pretty big ballsy stuff going on. So either you're gonna be eating my dust, or you're gonna be like right along with me, and we'll be like Roadrunner and Coyote guys.
There's nothing better than a friendly competition.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
Oh, so much fun. All right, guys. Well, if there's no other questions, I mean, I know this has been absolutely amazing training. I don't see anything else going on our Facebook side. Fusano, yes, you're going to need to register for the training. Hillary's dropped the link twice now. She wants to drop it once more. That's awesome. It will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. It is absolutely a must attend. And yes, if you guys are a client of Elite Marketing Pro, if you guys are an affiliate of ours, by all means, go out there, send emails, do Facebook Lives, and get people to that training. It is going to be absolutely in your best interest. And for those of you that are joining us for the first time and are going, what the heck is this Elite Marketing Pro thingy, and how do I learn more about it? So Hillary's going to drop a link for you guys to learn more about what Elite Marketing Pro is and how to join this amazing community, get access to these incredible leaders, learn from them, get mentored by us, and really be part of this amazing community. So
send us Hillary on Facebook.
Yeah.
We love new friends.
We'll always help.
We love the community. So
got it. So yeah, go follow, go stalk them. Go stalk Whit and Cari. Go find them on Facebook. Their name is up there. If you guys are on Fire Talk with me, their name should be at the top above, I think, Cari's head. It says Cari and Higham. So go stalk her, find her, see what she's up to. And you guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Is there anything you want to leave us with? Any final words?
I don't think so. Just see you guys Thursday.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Everybody's awesome. We love it here, and we look forward to Thursday.
Yes, thanks for having us, Chef.
You're welcome. All right, guys, with that, have a great evening. We'll see you guys next week on our Monday Mojo. Have a great night, everyone. Bye, guys.